logged on yet, so I don't know.
Oh,
Still.
yeah, because they did in the big 3-hour video last week. They addressed that, um, and apparently that has been fixed. I don't know if your stuff was reattributed or not for sure, but you can get a hold of support of that.
I don't know. I just got it the other day when I logged on. Me and my buddies did executive here and
Then
an
it's
F7A phone. The one chip I wanted. So.
yeah. I can't remember if he said the fix is in point one or if they had hot fixed it. I don't remember. So if it's not there, I'd contact customer support, see what they say.
Fair enough.
Because they did
Find out a
acknowledge,
little bit.
yeah, they did acknowledge there was it was LTP. The record wasn't getting written.
Where was my going? Here's.
They did do a really good job of explaining um, how the whole thing works.
I only watched the summary, and I don't really remember the summary now.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get time or get bored, watch it because it was.
So, question is, should I throw on a couple deadbolt 5s onto my Connie? Since
there was a time where I rocked an all deadbolt loadout in Arena Commander with the Corsair, and everybody that looked at me just instantly died.
Right. Well, I don't think it's going to be back to that level, but they should at least be viable to do damage for crying out loud.
Well, I mean, that was when they've been doing the same damage as forever, the 30% through shield and 50% through the hull. That was back then. Now that they do a little bit more damage, it'd be even more viable. What is it?
Well, we shall see.
38? 38 on the hull? And 40% on the shields or something like that now? I just like ballistics because every time you hit somebody, regardless of the shield being up or not, it's damage.
A little damage. Yeah, you're doing a little damage. Yeah. And in Arena Commander, that means you're scoring points, right?
Yeah. It's not even points for me, it's just making their thrusters go haywire and making them panic because they're not used to seeing somebody use ballistics. I mean, hell, I think somebody brought in, what was it? I think it was a Polaris when it first came out, and I hit it a couple times with the Corsair, hopped off the rear end, like a couple hits, a couple volleys.
Yeah, with ballistics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can definitely, because I mean that's what two size 5s and 4 size 4s on a Corsair, or at least it was.
Well, that was back when you had 4 size 5s and 2 size.
Yeah, Corsair is 4 size 4s and 2 size 5s.
Yes, I just said that's current, but prior it was
2 size.
It'd be like what the Paladin is going to be set up.
Prior it was 4 size 5s and 2 size 6 or 2 size 4s on the wings.
Correct. That's what we said. That is correct, sir.
Yeah, and you need more garlic powder soon. That sucks.
You need more garlic powder, did you say?
Soon, yeah.
Okay.
I put it in like everything I cooked, unless it's something sweet.
I really love the blend, like Kinder's, the blend.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. I put that shit on everything. Garlic, whatever, garlic powder.
Get yourself some Everglades seasoning.
and salt and pepper. Just throw that shit on everything.
You gotta get yourself some Everglades seasoning.
Oh yeah, what's added in there?
I don't know. It's labeled as an all-purpose seasoning. Naturally, it's from Florida. I have some up here because I brought it with me.
I have to be careful with others I cook for that are not spice tolerant. They can handle garlic, but they can't handle. I love me some cayenne and sriracha.
So they're certified European genetics.
So, I kind of have to do that separate. I'm just, you know what I mean.
I'm blaming. There's a lot of people that can't handle even remotely spicy stuff.
I mean,
I'll them to have stomach issues.
You know what I mean? When you push it a little, sometimes I'll add some in, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, this is really spicy." And it's like, God, I barely put anything in there.
I'm one of them that can't take that stuff. I'm not allergic to it. I don't have stomach problems from it. It's from when I burned my throat to the point it had blisters when I was in the Navy at that Spanish castle. Little peppers, little tiny peppers. They look like little green bell peppers, just miniature. And it was, a big long, we were knights in a castle eating off our fingers and the foods along the whole stretch of the middle. The wenches going around pouring wine in our mouths. And I thought, I love green peppers. So I grabbed one of those suckers, threw it in, chewed it, swallowed it, and ended up going to the medical bay immediately. It was what do you call them? Habanero.
Habanero?
Yep.
Yeah.
Habanero.
Do it.
And ever since then, I can't eat
jalapenos for sure. Oh my God, I eat jalapeno like it's fucking nothing.
Yeah, well,
habanero ain't too much different than banana peppers.
The habaneros I can't.
Yeah, banana peppers are fucking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get some jalapenos that have some spice, but they're just good. I love jalapenos.
Yeah, I can have
shit on everything.
I can have basic basic what's the word I want to use?
Basic spice levels.
Basic spice. Yeah, I can't do anything more than that.
Yeah, I'm like Thai level spice level. I'm about a Thai spice level of 1 to 6. I'm a comfortable 4. I can push it to 5, and I've eaten 6, right? Thai level heat. But 6, I'm usually like, okay, that's pretty hot, right? Not like I'm not enjoying it as much, right? It's kind of detracting a little for me.
Yeah, I don't mind a little spice. I just got to be really careful.
Yeah.
Because of that.
And most people, like American people, a 3 on that scale would be freaking. They would be like way too fucking hot, right? They would not. That would be like the max. Like if on an American scale of 1 to 5, that'd be a 5. Does that make sense?
You just got to introduce them to the Carolina Reaper hot sauce I have.
Oh,
it smells like sweet gasoline. It literally smells like sweet gasoline.
I tried. I got a Reaper one. I tried it. I was like, ooh, that's pretty freaking hot.
Believe it or not, a lot of
on those things is just insane.
Believe it or not, a lot of the tough guys in the Navy, they eat that stuff like it's freaking candy.
Yeah.
And the rest of us look at them and we're going, those are the crazy ones over there.
Yeah.
They're the ones that they just drink and eat hot shit.
I'm gonna hop off the ear though. I just gotta finish cooking. My wife will be home soon, so appreciate talking to you all.
No problem. We'll be around over the weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean tomorrow shouldn't be too bad. I'm back on my base run on Monday because they finally had the contractor update the list of approved people to go on base through our company. So
awesome.
It's only taken them fucking a little over a month now.
Yeah.
Is that to work about 5 weeks?
Is that an active duty base?
Yeah, it's J-Bear over there in Anchorage.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
The one Trump laughed at.
Yeah, gotcha. Because I was gonna say you were guard, so why wouldn't they let? But it's an active duty. That explains it.
It's because I need my contractor slip to bring in the commercial vehicle in there.
Yeah. See, I can go over there, show my ID, and go in.
Yeah, I can do that all day with my POV. I just can't bring a commercial vehicle on there.
Oh, commercial vehicle. I thought you meant yourself.
Yeah. No. I'm good with just my CAC, and I have my
Yeah.
armory card and all that shit too. It's
Yep.
just that I have to have the contractor ID to bring in my truck,
Yeah.
my semi truck.
It's funny because I still don't have an updated CAC. I still have an original ID, and they issued
You put
me.
a retired veteran on there or whatever.
Nope, it's indefinite. My security clearance.
Shit.
And then but I was also issued Department of Homeland Security law enforcement ID, indefinite as well. And the actual purpose behind that is if the shit would hit the fan, it will get me through any roadblocks, shit like that if I have to report. But legally, I actually have powers of arrest still, even though I'm not actually active as a deputy sheriff anymore. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Someday we ever meet, I'll show them to you.
Arrest me, cool. Malachi.
Hey, right on the back, it actually explains what my powers are in writing. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, eventually I'm sure they'll upgrade me to a CAC card. I don't go to the base but once a year, so or unless I'm
I
ordered
go
to
there to
report.
shop at the commissary because it's significantly cheaper than the local grocery stores.
Yeah, and I can get on fine with what I got, so I don't worry about it too much.
I don't live in a place that's in the area I'm in that I can be self-sufficient.
Yeah. I just thought it was pretty wild,
Give me
though.
a couple years to purchase some property up in the Matanuska Valley where I can actually start planting crops and having animals and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'll be right on track to not have to rely on the grocery store.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty wild, though, that I even asked, like, are you guys going to upgrade this or what's the plan? And they're like, nope, you're fine. It's like, really? Like,
yeah. Trust me, the Air Force chick that gave me my ID yesterday was like, you had your CAC. Why did your company even send you here's for your contractor ID? I'm like, they made me do it. I'm getting paid to show up here and wait 3 hours. Fuck it.
yep.
Why not? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's free money. You see, there is such a thing as free. Well, no, it's not free because you got it from taxpayer.
Yeah, I mean, well, the company's paying me, not the government.
Yeah, but the government, where's the company getting its money?
From many sources, not just through the DOW. It's so hard to say that now. I'm so used to saying DOD.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know why they changed it back, to be honest with you. What was the point? You know?
Because they're trying to saber rattle from another global conflict.
I know.
I know.
I didn't want to say it. I know. I didn't want to say it. That's exactly what it is. Saber rattling for the next.
The last time we had it was World War II, right?
Hey, yep. So. And you're exactly right. That's what it's for. I just didn't want to admit it. You ruined my fantasy, damn it.
Were we in before when it was Department of War? How many since it was Department of Defense? Why don't you do the math for me?
Yeah.
I can't publicly question my superiors, so I just leave it at that.
Yep.
Hey man, they changed it one way. Why can't they change it back? I don't see where it's that big of a fucking deal. If they want to change it, you can fucking change it. He's the president.
Well, it is ironic, as you just said, though, that they change it. The Department of Defense, we've had more conflicts.
Hell of a lot more.
Yeah, than we have.
Hell of a lot more foreign wars at the Department of Defense than we ever were under the Department of War.
Yep. So. I mean, it's kind of ironic.
It's not ironic.
Well, that depends on how you look at it.
Signaling.
Well, it's just psychological warfare is what it is.
Well, the wrong kind, right? Wrong kind. You know, project strength. Be strong. You don't get fucking shit. You know? You stay out of a fight when the guy walks up, looks at you and goes, yeah, I don't want to fight you. Right? Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way, trust me. If it did,
sure it does.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't. Even Barth knows that. It's the only problem. That's why I bitched about Trump with Putin, because he's not. Putin's playing him, and for some reason, somebody
Hey,
just blew
Trump's
up.
not military trained, obviously.
Right, but he's got military people telling him, and he's not listening. That's the problem. And he needs to. Somebody needs to get him to listen, because if he doesn't, then he needs to start listening to the people that give him advice. That's all I got to say about that.
He's gonna make his own damn decision.
Yep. I just hope it doesn't cost us. You know?
Hasn't cost us yet.
Oh, by the way, you still hear Bart? Oh, Barth left already.
Barth left.
Damn it. I still haven't fixed the error for the elevator. Oh, not this again.
they changed the pool, the weapon, the energy pool on weapons for the comet. Man, they cut it in half. I wonder if it's just not registering. Let me see. Okay, yeah, never mind. I just had to reset the power. Thanks, Maynard. You give them that little tap at those freaking cannons. The small ships they don't do well.
I don't know what you're referring to or talking about.
With the size 5 ballistic cannons.
Oh. Are they auto fire or they got a 1 round per?
They auto fire. You can just hold the trigger. They're shooting them.
Well, I got my almost back up to my 300 MG script. Yeah, I still got my ASD memory drives as well, or at least one of them I do. '99. Still got the supervisor card too.
Cool.
rolls the same damn thing. That's pretty stupid. So does that. Wow. Oh, there. That changed. Alright. So that's working.
Had a guy just chasing me through this station.
For what?
Station. Don't know. I think I don't know. Don't know why.
I'd have turned around and punched him in the face. He
Yeah,
said,
you
"Why'd you
can in
punch
the
me?"
space station. But I lost him. I ran into the food court, did up the stairs, jumped over the railing, and then backtracked up under. Lost him. And ducked into one of the freaking restaurants and crouched and hid. He walked right past me. Oh, where did he go?
Oh, shit.
Following me.
Huh?
Said, motherfucker, following me.
that's weird.
I thought you could buy that new sniper rifle ammo from stores.
You can. You bought it last week. You said you couldn't find it, and you found it. We're in Microtech, though, remember? That was area.
At the space station up above.
Yeah, because that was
all
Area
the
18.
other ammo. Why the hell wouldn't it?
Well, every other place other than Area 18, they like to play games.
But they've got the new Fresnel.
Well, it should, yeah, it should have the other.
I had to change I had to filter down. It's like it doesn't give you the pages like it should. You know what I mean? Like it runs out of, it doesn't want to scroll down any further.
Yeah. Hey, McQueen. Thanks for the sub. How's your day been? It's weird. They just had a video last week they showed us. And it had the mule, and it showed the front arms in use. Well, I'm going to try it out and see if they actually...
It's like, really?
Well, I'm going to try it. See if it's working.
Good luck. I'm going to...
Because it does have it does deploy them.
I'm
Now
going to
it's...
log out. I'm done for...
Now the question is, how do you get it to... Grab them.
Don't know. All right. Good night.
All right. This freaking... That's the other thing. We should be able to fit one under there, too. Oh, we can. That's right. I forgot about that. Forgot about that one. prototype of what? Got me.
Your vehicle, please.
Why is it not attaching? No. nice is if you could actually turn off the grid and just drop your load. But that would be too simple. A lot of explosions tonight. Really? What the hell? Wow, they broke the shit out of this. Huh. the hell? Huh. So it just purged those boxes. Wow. You, this is ridiculous. This has got, you got to be kidding me. What the hell did they do? Holy shit. So what happened to those items and boxes? They have got to fix this fucking physics shit. What the hell's going on here? you been?
Pretty good. Thought I was going to be safe and leaving some parts on my ship, but
Nope.
they disappeared.
Yeah, a lot of people. There's some ICs up for it. Something went wrong. A lot of people reporting missing pieces and parts again. And I just had some. I'm putting stuff out in the this flare out in the hangar for testing to see if the fixes to my account have held. And while I was working, stuff just vanished. I'm about to do a relog to see if by chance it shows back up. But I think whatever code they put in working on these accounts, it actually got my account working. Something went wrong. I would say something big time went wrong. Now the big question is, will the stuff show back up? Because it's not in inventory, it's not in my hangar. And it's random stuff, it's not anything specific. Let's see, is that box still there? Yeah, oh, that box is still there. Huh. So 2 pirate boxes. The skull and the lamp.
Something like this would have happened, and I probably should have yanked them out of my ship and
Well,
put them in my inventory.
Yeah, for normal procedure, you want to take them off your ship, put them in your inventory. So let's see, I got the trophy, the lantern, the skull, 2 of the new skull boxes. So far, I think that's it.
But the things that I've lost receipts that could be obtained with just a few missions to replace some ship parts.
Yeah.
And then I'm on my way again. Until next patch when I'm sorry?
Oh, I was going to say, did you get any of the cargo ones done?
I got all 4 done. 1 for each.
Oh, so you finished them all.
Yes, sir. Pardon me just for a moment. I do apologize, sir.
No, you don't have to apologize. Like we said before, life comes first. Real life comes first. When you have time, like tomorrow or something, just catch up on the stuff that I posted in members. Because there's a bunch of new stuff in there. There's also huh?
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say there's a bunch of information in there, updated information. And then there's also a little blurb about my situation for coming up, because I'll be gone in and out over the next few weeks for major surgery.
I hope everything goes well in that surgery.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope it's not going to keep you down and out for very long.
Oh, it'll probably be at least a couple of weeks minimum. It's pretty major. I actually have to have 2 surgeries coming up. First one is going to be on my jaw to finish reconstruction. These are all military injuries. So sometime probably in about 2 weeks, they'll set the actual date. Right now they're doing all the prep stuff. So I figured about 2 weeks or so is when surgery will happen, and then for probably a week I'm going to be out of it, down, not around at all. And we'll see after that. And then once this is going to take a few months of full recovery, and then after that, surgery on my left shoulder instead of the right one this time. So.
Well, and you come out of it a lot better than what you hoped and
Well, that's like my right shoulder. 2.5 years ago, they had the 5th surgery on it, and that was to buy me time, 6 to 8 years. The left shoulder was not actually injured until recently. I use it, I compensate with it because I can't do a whole lot with the right shoulder. And while I was doing something, working outside, I did something and I ripped the left shoulder somewhere. Either I don't know yet what I ripped, but muscles, tendons, whatever. I did something. So I go in next week for MRI, either a CT or MRI, and a decision on that too. It's going to be a busy couple of months with a lot of pain.
like I said, totally knew what you were going through, but what little surgeries that I have, nothing compared to what you're going through or will go through.
Yeah, over the years since I came home, I've got 5 severe injuries, so I've had multiple surgeries and blah 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 blah. And it wears on you. The biggest thing is the pain, though. That drives you nuts.
The worst I've ever had was gallbladder surgery and cataract removals.
Thank God I haven't had that problem yet. But I had I guess what was it, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. On top of everything, I had my appendix burst. So it's like, geez.
I want to say I don't mean to assume, or I'm not asking for information, but I don't know if you wear glasses or not.
Depends on what I'm doing.
But
Ouch.
with cataracts, put your glasses in some mud, take it out without cleaning it,
Yeah.
and that's basically what, put those glasses on.
Yeah.
That's basically what the short definition of cataracts is.
Yeah. I got another Navy buddy that does that. He just got his surgery done, and he says he can see a lot better now.
And to tell you how much better it is, since we get that, when we first started seeing high definition for the very first time out in the stores compared to what we did with TVs.
Yep.
That's what it would look like after having cataract surgery.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, because one of the injuries, well, not one of the injuries, one of the situations I was in, was an explosion, and I was basically picked up and thrown through a cement wall, and the explosion burned my eyes really bad. So I actually wear depending on where I am and what I'm doing, I'll wear a set of glasses they have pink lenses. And it's funny because I'll get people, if I have to wear them out in the sunlight some days, I'll get people to come up and it's like, oh, your glasses are cool. Where did you find those? Those are really cool. I want to get some. And I'm like, thanks, but they're actually prescription. And, I'll tell them why. And they're like, really? It's like, yeah, they're for stuff like what I went through to. I don't realize it's not something I'm wearing to set a fad. It's there's an actual reason for it. God, I'll see this. I'm looking at one of the kiosks here in New Babbage. It's pure white, the background, burning the shit out of my eyes.
Well, something like that, it doesn't burn my eyes like what it may do you, but um, there are times, depending on what color it is,
Yep.
it's very difficult for me to read
Yep.
the text on it.
Yep. For me, it's getting worse with white background. That's where I'm having issues.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get another pair of glasses with a strength of 1.25 just to be able to read what you see there in front of you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't need glasses to read or anything, just to help with the light. Light is the thing I have issue with. But to see and stuff, I don't need them much. I mean, I need some sometimes, but so far I can still read and stuff without.
So I had a choice of either coming up with lenses when I had this operation, of getting lenses that would not require me to wear glasses.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And
Yep.
talk about expensive.
Yep. You told me about that. Which reminds me, after that conversation, it was only a few days ago, in fact, do you know about, there's a new lens for glasses? I'd have to look it up and get the name again because I don't have it here in front of me. But the lens is a smart lens. And you get a prescription for them. They're custom set up for your eyesight. And they literally adjust based on what and where you're looking. Does that make sense? What I mean?
Somewhat.
They're a new patented technology, but basically you get tested, your eyes, the glasses are set up for your prescription, but it somehow there's technology in it that it monitors your focal point and all this stuff, and it adjusts the lens to make sure that wherever you're looking, you can see clearly.
Another thing that I would ask, if I could be tested for something or come up with this, how would it transition from going from like a living room to outside and then back in? As you may know, that there are sunglasses when you go out.
Yeah,
they transition to
right. The glasses I do wear do that because they have to protect me from sunlight or other type of light. So they'll change to lighter or darker depending.
Those aren't type of glasses.
Yeah, those aren't actually very expensive. Those are pretty reasonable. Although I recommend if you get them in the glass, not the plastic. It's going to be a little more expensive for the glass, but trust me, the plastic eventually will start to scratch and it's crap.
But until I get a few paychecks behind me, it's going to be awful expensive if you take my name.
Yeah, I understand.
But also, on a sad note, I don't know if you like dogs or an animal lover.
Yeah, I've got German Shepherds. I have German Shepherds.
But within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have to put my dog back.
What's the matter?
She has, within the last couple of months, come out up with an aggressive type of cancer.
Oh, that.
And I don't know the medical name for it.
Yeah.
But
How old is she?
It is I do not know because when we adopted her, they did not know. But our best guess puts her in or about 8 years old.
How long? How many years?
8 years for our best guess.
What kind of dog is she?
What I call a Heinz 57, but we believe her to be a black mouth cur dog.
That's right. I remember now. That's right. Huh. Well, that's too bad. I know what it's like. The people in USNC have been here when I've gone through it. My last canine, she died suddenly in my arms and on April Fool's of all days in 2018. That hit me hard, big time hard.
And what makes so bad is I'm gonna have to, whenever I do pull that trigger,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take her to the SPCA, surrender the dog so they can properly take care of her and do what they need for putting her down, etc.
Well, you're going to be there for it, right? Or are you going to leave?
They won't even.
They won't let you?
Even allow me to. They won't let me.
Are you serious?
I have a heart attack.
See if you can find a local vet that will do it.
There is a vet that will allow me to do that, but my problem is I don't have the money or access to it, the money to pay the vet what he would require.
Where do you live?
Dallas.
Man, up here, if somebody has financial, they just can't afford it, and it's clear to the vet that the dog is suffering and needs to, be put down, they do it for the person. There's no price or anything like that. I mean, it's just the right thing to do. It's almost like I feel almost like I live on a different freaking planet.
I agree with what you're saying, but in order for where I live at, in order for them to give the shot to the dog, and then for them just to dispose of the body and not give it the body back in a little box per se.
Right.
It's going to cost in the neighborhood of $300.
It's just unbelievable. It's like, what the? Unbelievable.
And I agree with what you're saying cold-heartedly.
Well, to me, I don't, like I said, here, if somebody truly is, trying to do the right thing with their animal, their pet, and they just cannot, they don't have the money, the vets here will take care of it for them. I mean, it's just.
And even if I had the money to give the dog, or for them to do the surgery for the dog, the vet says at best she may get 2 months to maybe a year or two.
Right.
Why put the dog in that type of misery when her life expectancy on the other side won't be as good, and they may have to amputate the leg?
Yeah. I mean, you got to make the best decision you can. You know your dog, but I can't believe. Not only can I not believe somebody doesn't have a service for extenuating circumstances, but I also find it incredible that they charge you $300. That's just, that's, around here it'd probably cost you like 70, $75. I'm serious. I mean, I've heard people say German Shepherds are known for hip dysplasia, and in most cases, the German Shepherd, is going to have major surgery on both hips because of it. And I've had people talk about, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pay the $6,000 for a hip, surgery. I'm like, $6,000? Like, yeah. I'm like, I just had my dog had both of hers done for $1,200, and they're like, what?
If the vet was telling me the truth of it, and to do that surgery for her leg, if we got to it in time, would have cost at least $10,000.
Jeepers cripes! So basically, they're turning veterinary services into the same damn thing as human services, a ripoff. The reason it's happening too is because there's people that are paying for it.
This is another reason that it's so difficult for me right now. My father passed away about 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
And he was the one that actually chose this dog. And this is my last link of what my father and I did before he actually passed away.
Yep. Now I can understand that. But just so you know, by the way, the stream is up. So if you get something you don't want to broadcast.
There are certain things I'm willing to discuss on the stream, and
I'm letting you know. Oh shit! No, I wasn't going to do that. Damn it!
So
I gotta reset the game. I gotta exit and come back in and see if that worked.
If you don't see me for about a week or so on Discord or in game, this is going through some type of grieving process, and some may say, why grieve over an animal?
Yeah, no worries. It's understandable. Like I said, when you first joined, I said real life is more important than anything else. So this is just a game. So you take care of what you got to take care of first, and then worry about the game. That's what we do for each other. And it's something most us military we get used to. That's how we are. You learn the value of things, and you never discount real life as you never put real life as second to something.
That's something that I won't truly understand is what you and the other people that's been in the service, I won't truly understand the camaraderie that you share with another soldier.
And it's very hard for us to explain. It is. I mean, the best that I can explain it is we become so close because we end up fighting and living and dying together, or fighting and one of those we serve with keeps us from dying. It turns into a system where the people that are next to you, you trust absolutely without question. There is no, it doesn't matter if the person standing next to you is pink, purple, or zebra stripes, or they're tall or small or short, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of that happens or comes into play. And one thing you may have heard is in the military, there's no such thing as racism. because it doesn't exist. We all wear one color. For the example, the Army says we all wear one color. It's green. I'm Navy, so we kind of have multiple colors, but we wear blue. We're all one color. There is none of the other bullshit. And when we're in combat, there's no, everybody relies on everybody, and it doesn't matter who you are in any fashion. If you're in trouble, get under fire, whatever, get wounded, all those closest will immediately, rush to do whatever's needed. There's no, and you get this trust that is, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, a trust so deep that you can have them in your home, you can leave them around your kids, you can, if you, let's say somebody's having problems financially, you can give them, $5,000 cash, and don't even have to ask or say anything. A month or two later, they end up giving it back to you. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff.
It's like and please forgive me, I'm not trying to compare what I went through and what you went through. I went through football.
Yeah.
And they said that there's no I in team.
Correct. But
essentially, that's what's true in the military. There's no I in team for what you and other fellow soldiers, if I can term it that way, go through.
Yeah, well, like I was Navy, as I mentioned. What the hell?
Or Navy.
What the fuck?
What's missing?
Nothing. I just had something pop up in my freaking... What the hell's going on here? The other coin. I wonder if that's where the boxes went. Holy shit, I bet you that's what it is.
What?
I just had some guy's hanger flare show up right in front of me and then disappear.
Well, before the patch...
Whoa, what the hell?
I'm watching your stream and I don't... Well, that's for a moment I saw what visual effects towards the roof.
Yeah, that means they've got an overlap with their hanger instancing going on. That's where the flare and the boxes I placed earlier, that's why they're gone. And the reason this thing disappeared is because whoever was trying to place it down took it back. Had he left it there and I grabbed it with my tractor beam, he probably would have lost it. And look at the ship going up out of my hangar. I mean, the door's opening. They've got an instancing problem.
I see something.
There's a delay, yeah. See the scrambling going on? That means I'm overlapped with another hangar.
Well, that display where you hit in the inventory.
See the doors closing? On top of my doors?
No.
You'll see. Yeah. Notice this. See this?
I see it now. Where the doors appear to be closing.
Yep.
But the way you had it a few moments ago, I can see it right now. But the way you had it.
Yeah, I know.
I could not see it.
Yeah, there's a delay on the stream. What's up, Neebs?
Not a lot. Just spent a bunch. Well, didn't spend a bunch of money, but melted a bunch of shit and bought some stuff.
Oh yeah. What'd you buy?
Yeah. Bought an upgrade for the Terrapin Medevac to the Apollo. The Medevac.
Right.
So I've got that one now. Bought one paint, bought the 2 medical armors, and what else was there?
kind of funny because today I upgraded a wolf to the because I've already got the medevac, so I upgraded the one of the wolves to the Terrapin medevac.
It's not a bad ship. It just, I feel like I'll get more use out of the Apollo.
Well, the reason I decided to get a Terrapin,
fits
though,
the bill.
right? But the reason I've still got the medevac. Don't get me wrong. See, it's doing it again. They got an instancing problem going on right now. What the hell? The reason I went with the medevac. Look at this. I'm gonna have to send this video to Sig. Wow. This ain't good. Something's wrong. Is because the Terrapin, jeez. The Terrapin is a combat medevac ship. It's got a tier 2 bed, which in combat that's all you're going to need. Because tier 2 can heal just about everything except a super trauma tier 1. And it's heavily armored compared to even the Apollo.
Yeah, it's also got the blast panels that come out over the majority of the front canopy.
Exactly. So, because I figure the Apollo is going to be the irony. There you go. Wow. Too bad some of the SIG aren't watching this right now.
I look at it this way: if I'm doing small medical stuff,
Yep.
I'm just gonna run the C8R. If I'm running big medical stuff,
Yep.
I'm running the Apollo.
If I'm running big medical stuff, I'll be on a capital ship.
Personally, I feel like every capital ship is going to have some kind of medical stuff going on, but
I'm going to try to get a different server. This ain't any good. Well, capital ships have tier 1 beds. That's why.
I think the Polaris has 4 tier 2s.
Yeah, it's supposed to have at least one tier 1. I thought it was 2, actually. I got to look again. Yeah, same fucking server. All capital ships are supposed to have a full tier bed in them. So if it's got tier 2s now, it'll be changed. Idris, same thing.
I know that there's one tier 1 in the Idris, and the rest are tier 3s.
Yeah, that'll change too. It'll probably be upgraded to 2 tier 1s, and the rest will be tier 2s. Apollo, or Polaris, since it's got 4 beds, I would say give it 1 tier 1, 1 tier 2, and a couple of tier 3s.
What?
The Polaris.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's classed as a capital ship, so. And capital ships are supposed to have a trauma bed. Alright, let's see here. I am going to do 2 things. Let's kill the shaders. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm not worried about it. I mean, even if I go with all tier fives, tier twos, I'm fine with it because tier five will cover 90% of a sector. The bigger sector, 75% or whatever, but that's fine. If I'm going to be in a sector that's that big, more than likely I'm going to have a spawn point somewhere, you know. So I don't necessarily have to have a tier one bed just because it can pick up a whole sector. That's how I look at it anyway. $170. Let's see if that makes a difference. Yep, that's... Man, what the hell? So far this pen looks better.
Are you on a new server, sir?
Do what?
Are you on a new server?
Yeah, I jumped servers to see if I can isolate things a bit more, because I'm gonna have to take this video and set it up for SIG.
I see.
I was just typing and talking to another guy that's like me for 8 months. He's had a broken account, and we've been working and giving SIG data directly about it. It looks like we're gonna have another report here, so he was just updating me with what he's seeing. Which sucks is I lost all my damn new pirate boxes we got. They're all gone because I set them out as flare, because that's one of the things we do to test. We set things out so that when we come back in the game, we can tell if we're actually in our own hangar or not. And apparently, the instancing issue we just saw a bit, what's happening is, that's why I saw that guy's tube object, like that thing, show up here right in front of me, and I could look right, if I'd have been quick enough with the tractor beam, I probably could have grabbed it and kept it for myself. Which is probably what somebody did in their hangar. They saw my boxes suddenly appear in theirs, so they grabbed them, and now they're gone for me. Because they're not even in the inventory anymore. I just looked, what am I doing? I don't know, I guess that's supposed to be what, a star, well, it looks like a star, so is that supposed to be a singularity itself? Or, I wonder what that's supposed to be.
How did you come by that?
I'm not sure. It showed up in my hangar, in my account. I'm not sure what we got it for. Did you check your hangar to see if you got one? It might be.
I checked it, but I didn't check it closely.
Maybe it's it could be an award for an event, or it could be subscriber, or I don't know. I don't know where it came from because I haven't really paid attention to that. Okay, why can't I get the box out? What the hell? Well, that ain't gonna work.
I need to call my shit here.
Do what?
I fucked up and I was trying to I was like, why is my shit not fucking coming up so I can change the loadout? And for some reason I just did not notice all the red locks that were there, and I just spawned in for the first time today, and I haven't even called my shit. I'm in my hangar, I forgot to do that. And being a fucking whale, I forget that I have so much damn shit.
Yep. It can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
I'm gonna just take CIG's word for it that it alleviates some of the load on the system.
What does?
Loading all this stuff one at a time, but
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
calling all the ships to your home planet. You know how when we used to log in back around like 3:14 and like up to about 3:18, you didn't have to like request your ships at your home location.
Yeah.
And then it changed. They were like, nope, we want you to call your ships. You got to go to an ASOP terminal and deliver the ships to your hangar.
Right.
That part. They said that they did that because people were logging in and it was trying to bulk load all that stuff for each player was too much on the systems.
Yeah, that's true. Which makes sense. I mean, that's... I mean, can you imagine if they'd had 1 million players trying to load in at the same time? That's why the queue system exists now. All right. Let's make sure I can actually call up ships.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been detected.
This crappy skin. Oh, man. God, it's 11:15 already? Holy shit. I gotta get as much playing in as I can in the next 2 weeks before surgery.
Looking forward to it, or?
Oh no, this is not gonna be a fun one. As the doctor said to me today, this is probably gonna be the most painful thing I've ever experienced. And that's with pain.
Recent surgery.
That's with pain meds, by the way.
During my most recent one, they were not keen on giving me too much of the pain meds.
Yeah, this one they don't have a choice. They have to keep me down enough because otherwise my system won't. It'll be bad. Like enough that I could go into hypovolemic shock or. Not to mention where they're operating this time is pretty critical, so my entire jaw. I got to redo back before the VA started screwing stuff up. One of the first surgeries I had to rebuild part of my jaw because of the VA delays and all this other shit. Now it's got to be redone. So I'm going to a specialist and the VA's paying for it, and they've got to rebuild that whole section and a whole bunch of other shit. But as they said, for probably 48 to 72 hours, I'll be on a heavy pain medication plus morphine. That's how severe it'll be. And they did say most likely I'll probably be able to tolerate it just because I'm known to have a super high tolerance, but they said it's going to put me at about a 5 on the 10 scale with what's happening for everything. It's like, it's not going to be fun. So this ship has tier 2. That's not too shabby. And it does have an isolation compartment. Look at that shit. Huh.
What ship?
The Terrapin.
Yeah, the driver is airlocked from the exterior, just like on the C8R. It has like a little glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isolation chamber. And then you go into the Apollo, and what'd they forget to put in? An isolation chamber.
It's got it.
No, it doesn't. Nope. You walk through that last hatch, you're inside the medical bay. There is no isolating you from anything. Those hatches open.
So
if that hatch opens, and there's contaminant, just use the rear ramp one. You open that hatch, anything in that ramp area is going to end up in the medical area. There's no isolation.
There's a double airlock right there.
No, there's not. Nope.
Yeah, there's the ramp itself, the door, and then immediately.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I'm talking about. When you go into
You're talking about like a glass barrier?
There's a barrier usually out of glass so that you can actually see somebody that's coming in with contamination and stuff. And it's like the Carrack. The Carrack did it right. You'll go through dual glass doors, one on one end, one on the other end. And the purpose behind that is when you're in between the two glass sections, that's where the decon takes place for whatever it is that you're carrying. So without that,
So
you're anything that you have or you bring in will end up in the medical bay.
the C8R Pisces has that. It's just the back door acts as the rear panel of glass, and the front is a panel of glass. In the Apollo, if you're in the crew cab, the glass dome comes down. There's like a glass tube that
That's
comes
on the
down over
elevator.
the.
That's on the elevator.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. It's remember I had to build one of these at the missile base. It had for it to be a decon lab. They're made out of specialized glass, and there are two entrances, both glass, just like on the Carrack. The Carrack is done right. And you have somebody say they come through the ramp. They'll go into that decon area, and there's another piece of glass past that that's another entrance, but that's closed. So whoever is coming in, when they come in, they'll go through the first glass door. It'll close behind them. The decon process takes place, and as long as they're in that glass area, none of the contamination will make it into the main medical bay area. The back door has closed. You get decontaminated. You open the front door. You now have access to the medical bay. Think of it like a mini airlock. If you only have one glass door, like the Pisces, it's not a decon. It's, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know what they think it is, but it's not. You have to have an actual section you go in that
It's even
is
got
isolated.
the decontaminating like spray nozzles on the sides.
Right, and it's what they're
You
doing.
have to have glass for it to be an airtight seal.
That is true, but that's not the problem. The problem is, for a decon section, you have to have an in, a decon in, a decon out, and an out. 4 doors for a proper decon section. The ramp exit, that's one to come in. Should immediately have a glass barrier. That's the decon in. You go, the ramp shuts, the decon glass door opens, you go in, the decon door closes. That way now, if that ramp opens again, any contaminants from outside won't get through that first decon door, and the second decon door is still closed, so anything you have on you is not moving in to the medical bay until you finish the decon process inside that glass section. If somebody comes into the medical bay while you're in there, they're not going to get contaminated because the decon out is still closed until you're done with decon. That's how they actually work. So I don't know what Sig's trying to do with some of these ships, but they got it right in the Carrack. And so far, that's the only ship I've seen got it right on. But, you know, it is what it is, so. I wonder, though, because they've talked a lot about having gameplay around that. So I don't know how they're going to do it without, you know, it's like the Terrapin here, there are 2 entrances into main medical bay without any barrier at all, from the pilot or the actual in-out from outside. There's nothing. And if SIG does hold to what they've said, and they give us, you know, contamination play, shit like that, they're gonna have to make some changes. There's some gaudy ass paint, man. Jeez. How many paints are there for the Terrapin?
Like 5, maybe 6.
I have 2. I've got this purple green thing, and I've got one that's purple.
Yeah, so the purple one is definitely one of the best in shows. Purple and green, I don't know about. That might be like 6 or 7.
It's on the stream.
I don't have it pulled up.
Oh,
The only time I really watch stream is if it's on. The
Well,
only
the
time I
purple,
really fuck with streams
yeah,
is if it's on Discord.
yeah, the purple one, I don't have the bandwidth. The purple one is ugly, I think. It looks more pinkish purple to me. And I'm not a pinkish purple kind of guy. I'm not a Hello Kitty fan either. I thought the Terrapin Medevac would have had strobe lights.
It does.
Where?
You have to activate them.
I already
There's
did.
like it's.
I did.
If you sit down in the pilot seat, it's to the bottom right-ish or to the bottom left-ish.
You mean
But
it's
it does have them.
Oh, it's separate from the actual lights, like on the red
Yes.
or the Pisces? Okay. That's why they're not activated. So now I gotta make another freaking Gameglass button. Emergency lights. Alright.
The last time I got them, they were broken. They may have fixed it by now.
Well, they're working on mine. But they did the same thing on this that they're doing on the Apollo. These aren't emergency strobes, these are turn signals. Haven't these developers ever seen actual emergency strobe lights?
Yeah, probably European ones.
Well, Europe uses the actual strobes now. Shit, look at the Cutlass Blue. Look at the Cutlass Blue. That's got an actual package that represents what they should look like. Because these just look like blinker turn signals.
I get the medical ships having the emergency lighting, and definitely the Cuddy Red having the searchlight. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
They should put that on all fucking medical ships.
Yep, that's a rescue.
But
you know.
The Cuddy Blue, I don't really see too much of a point of it having emergency lighting.
It does because it's a cop car. It's not just a
I
bounty
get
hunter.
It's
well, there's going to be that kind of gameplay.
Yeah, but
so why wouldn't you have lighting for doing police work? It makes sense to me.
I don't know. It just seemed kind of gimmicky on that one.
I think if you're going to be doing law enforcement stuff in the game, if they do add it as one of the career mechanics, you know, it can come in useful for a few different things.
If that's the case, then Avenger Stalker should have it too.
The Stalker's a fighter.
The Stalker has 6 prison pods in the back of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but the Stalker's a bounty hunter, not a police ship.
The Stalker is the one that Crusader and ArcCorp and Hurston and literally Microtech all use for their... Back when we had the NPCs that used to come up and scan us?
Yeah. Yeah, I know they do. I know that. But that's because they didn't have NPCs that could do much else. So they just threw them in Avengers.
But again, you know, it also has lore and history of it being used as a patrol ship, as a...
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean that you're going to have just one police car, if you want to call it that, just like you're going to not have one ambulance. So, but that's, you know, the Avenger hasn't gone through a rework. It's the old original model. So what I would assume is if it's going to remain functional for police work as well, that it will get the upgrades to support that. You know, that's what I figured. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just thinking if they're going to do it right the first time. Don't do it at all. That's how I look at it. Oh, that's interesting. So running lights, they actually,
And by the way, the Apollo's emergency lights work the same way as the Terrapins.
yeah, that's what I figured. Interestingly, though, they also changed so that your navigation lighting turns off when you turn the power off,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen in other ships. They still have not added red, blue, or red, green nav lighting. I do not understand why they do not. Why they keep in the ships that already have it, they keep taking it off them, which makes absolutely no sense. It's like they don't think that we're going to need nav lighting for fleet action wing formations.
I personally don't think that we're going to be flying close enough together in ships like that.
Well, and you haven't been with us long enough because we do it all the time. Hell, P. Gill and I even rammed right into the freaking mountain together doing it. I say it's his fault though, because I was his wingman and he flew us into the mountain. Yeah, we do. Right now, we haven't been able to do the fleet. It's. I don't even know how to describe it right now.
So what kind of benefits would we get from flying in a formation?
Overlapping.
A column versus a wedge versus a...
Depending on the formation, the first thing you're going to get is one radar pip versus 6. If you run a six ship flight, you'll get 1 pip on their radar, not 6. That's 1. 2, when you're in an attack formation and doing a concentrated attack like on a heavier ship, all that firepower is going to be concentrated at the same time, from the same angle, at the same position. The other thing that you're going to have is when you're in say a wedge, if you get some bad guys trying to sneak up on the 6, somebody will see that and be able to peel away and deal with that, so that the main wedge is not impacted by somebody trying to get up on their tail. And then finally, you got a whole lot more set of eyes paying attention to what's going on around you than just one person. And then, well, actually, that's not finally. Finally would be navigation-wise. It's a huge advantage if you're headed to a battle to come in a battle formation at the same time, already, moving as a wing. If you need to escape, same thing. You've got overlapping coverage until you can get the hell out of there especially if you're in ships with turrets. I mean, you could take, if you got even a wing of 4, say, and all 4 have a manned turret. So let's say Hornet Mark IIs. The 4 ships got the front covered, no problem. And now you've got 4 heavy turrets covering the sides and rear. Because they work together. They don't work independent. But it takes practice by people that want to actually learn how to do it. It's not hard to do. It's just people got to work as a unit like we do in the military.
Well, my bud's jumping on, so I'm about to have to hop over to another channel.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a night.
So we don't fly sometime. You'll have to teach me how to fly in formation without crashing into everybody.
Oh, that's the plan. We're probably going to wait until after we get flight controls and everybody gets used to using it, because that should be the final flight model for the most part, and that's when we'll start using more of that stuff. But some of us, we already use it in the current form, so we've had some fun with it, and we've had some success. We had one fleet that was we had, what did we have? 4 cargo ships and 3 combat ships, and it paid off. We got jumped, and the 4 cargo ships were able to cover themselves while the 3 combat ships dealt with, you know, the enemy. But the firepower was so great from all 4 of the cargo ships together that they couldn't get in and even hit them. So it worked out great. Anyway.
I'll holler at y'all later.
All right. For those watching the stream, I'm going to bring it down and hit the hay because it's after 11 now. So I'll be back tomorrow and through the weekend, though. So thanks for watching.